Hair for a long time. I started when I was very young.
Okay.
And I got tired of my clients saying when they left the salon they love their color. Within 2 to 3 weeks they'd call me and say, I don't even have regrowth but my hair's faded and brassy. I knew it was the lather, so I started adding vegetable color to the shampoo. Before color shampoos were even on the market, this was in the late 80s.
Okay.
I was 10. And
you started doing hair when you were 4, you were a prodigy, we know.
You're gonna work young. So I started adding vegetable color to the shampoo, and then I realized, not so much, because if it's, why are you using shampoo in your hair? For what reason? What's the #1 reason you use shampoo?
To cleanse it.
Okay, exactly. So if you can get it clean without the lather, without the stripping, without the damage, why would you not do that? There's not one benefit in shampoo because you cleanse it with the shampoo, and then you have to use conditioners to put everything you just took away from it back into it. So eliminate the shampoo. And that's what I realized I had to do. I had to shampoo my hair twice a day because in the morning it would be fluffy and fly away. In the afternoon it would be good for like a couple hours. And in the evening if I was going out I'd be all oily at the scalp and have to start the vicious cycle over again.
Right.
So I knew there's got to be a way I can find to cleanse my hair without the lather because I knew that was the damage, the bad stuff. So I just tested in my garden with sage, rosemary, lavender, eucalyptus, apples, bananas, and pears, and it smelled great. It was like a potpourri that I'd mix and cleanse my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. How can I now have my clients use this? So I perfected that, and then I went to a lab and worked with a lab for 4 to almost 5 years before I launched my first product in November of 2000.
Wow, okay. And have you found that it was hard at first for some of your clients to the experience, like not having that foaming lather?
Yeah, and you got to figure back in May of '93 when I started mixing concoctions, because I developed products for other people in the past, and that's how it started. And I had one of theirs that was a rosemary conditioner, which was really astringent, and I thought, let me start with that. And if I can mix things, I used to mix things. So every client that came in and say we need some of that cleansing conditioner, we would be mixing in the back room, pouring it into a bottle, and that's how it started. And I'm like, that was a good idea and start, but I knew I had to go way beyond that. So that's how it started. So the concept was really hard. They thought I was crazy, they thought I was insane, they would have put me in a straitjacket if they can. And clients that would come in and say, this man's going to tell you not to ever use shampoo again, just, I know it sounds weird, but just trust him. And I would just tell each client, I'd say, that was new, I'd say, just as long as you trust me, I promise it works. And it did. It's the ones that it didn't work on is the ones that were leery and didn't do it properly. And as long as, even today, if you do it properly, I guarantee it works. If you think, oh, I don't need that much, it's not going to get it clean because it's not lather.
Okay.
So yeah, they thought I was crazy back in 1993.
But now they know.
Now some of them still like, I don't get it, they've heard about it, but still some people are like, I think, I get it, I hear it. It's just to get that thought of not using lather out of their head is insane. But ironically, I've been saying it for 17 years. 2 or 3 years ago, Dove even came out with that campaign that says lather's not all it's cracked up to be. So even everyone else is now admitting that lather equals stripped.
You were ahead of your time.
I was like, wait,
you
I thought that was crazy, but now everyone's like, no, lather equals stripped, and it does, and I've been saying that for 17 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, they thought I was crazy, but I'm okay with that.
One thing I love, I was actually telling Jessica over here, I was telling her that I can actually use the cleansing conditioner on my son who's 6 years old, and I'm like, it's amazing. He doesn't cry. He loves it. He loves it because he's at that point where, you know, he's sick, so he's starting to like be like, oh, I want to wear my hair this way, spiky and this and that. So he has more hair. I have to be more careful, and he's kind of in a transitional period where I don't want to give him baby shampoo, but I don't want to put, you know, something filled with chemicals on him.
Well, baby shampoo, I'll tell you a story. Joanne, come here for a minute, come here. She has 3 kids. How long ago was it? Come here. She's my sister Joanne. She lives in Arizona. And a couple of years ago, I usually color her hair, but someone had done something with her color that turned it the wrong color. And she says, oh my gosh, what do I do, what do I do? I said, get baby shampoo, use hot water, baby shampoo, it'll take it right out. She goes, why? I said, because it's really harsh, it's really stripping. She did, and the color came out, and she's like, oh my gosh. And then she felt like a bad mom thinking, I used that on my kids when they were babies. And it is one of the harshest shampoos out there. And a lot of it's because babies tend to get that cradle cap.
Right.
And so they want to roughen up that cuticle and really be really...
What ingredients is it in the...
Yeah.
What's your teacher?
The cradle?
Yeah.
Yes.
What ingredients is it in the baby shampoo? In the baby shampoo that are so harsh?
Yeah, they have all the detergents, all the sulfates.
Right.
You know, all the alcohols that are in there. It's just there's so many. I mean, all of it. You look
could
at
drink it.
Right.
So much
Yeah. No, when I was in beauty school, and it's really true. My beauty school teacher said you can perm hair with baby shampoo. Perm hair. It's so alkaline. You can perm hair with Prel and baby shampoo. We can't really say those words, but you really can. You know, all of us freaked out when he said it's that alkaline that you can perm hair. It gets in there and just blows it away. So yeah, I learned that at a young age, thank God.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But,
telling her that. I said it's like we don't know. We've been doing this for generations.
You just think baby shampoo.
Yeah.
And that you have what, 5-year-old?
6-year-old. Yeah.
You can start now.
Yeah.
Because too many of the younger generations are losing their hair and thinning. 20s.
He actually won't let me use anything else.
Okay, that's what happens with kids. Once I had Clarisonics, the woman from Clarisonics, she said, she was on my 6-year-old granddaughter. She was at her house. She used it on her. And she says, Grandma, I'm taking that with me. And she says she won't let her use. Anytime you do it on a child, it's because it's not a traumatic experience. And I get that feedback constantly because it's calm, it's soothing. There's no tears, there's no bubbles.
Yes, because he complains all the time about his eyes, and he's so, you know, kids are so dramatic. So it's like, I'm blind, I can't see.
And they're crying. I remember when I was a kid, I remember doing
No, it smells like flowers.
Yeah, it's he loves
once you use it on a child, I mean, all my people at Guthrie, all my QVC people tell me their kids, forget it, they will use nothing else.
I love it.
Where's my WEM? They know, and I love that it's been out since 2000, so we have generations of kids that have never had lather touch their hair, which is amazing.
That's fantastic. I know it's going to be they're going to have beautiful hair forever.
They won't deal with all the stuff because all the people with their scalp issues or hair loss and all those scalp issues, it stems from what you're doing to your scalp. It really does. Unless your diet. Your diet has to do with it as well.
Right.
90% of the time is what you're doing to your scalp.
Okay. So tell me, if you have dry, color-treated hair like me, what do you recommend? What should the routine be?
What should the routine be? 2 things. If you have dry, color-treated hair, there's a couple of things. If you were my client came in, I would say get the Wen oils, and there's a twofold. Because you get the Wen oils and you put them on your scalp, sleep with them on, massage in your scalp. It's going to promote for healthy hair growth, and through your ends, it's going to add sheen and moisture and hydration to your hair.
Okay.
The second way, and you sleep with that on, and you cleanse out, cleanse, rinse, and repeat in the morning with the cleansing conditioners. The second way is cleanse your hair at night with cleansing conditioners. Add the Re-Moist Hydrating Mask, which is insane. My description is you go to the gym every day as your cleansing conditioners. When you hire that personal trainer that's going to kick your butt, that's your Re-Moist. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
It will be kick butt. When you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh. So the more often you can do that, the better, because it really helps repair your hair.
Okay.
The other part is that's the twofold is if you're using curl irons and flat irons and doing those damaging elements, I say you want to do that like twice a week. Cleanse twice a week. But if you're not damaging your hair, the more often you use Wen, the better the results. The only reason I'm saying not to do it if you're using all this damaging, because how much damage is happening from those heating elements, to do those every day, you're getting more damage from that than you can ever catch up with repairing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the ultimate goal is to be with Wen, embrace the natural wave and curl and texture you have.